Hi YouTube, welcome to DigiTales. I'm Olivia. If you're here for the Nintendo Switch giveaway, Super Mario Odyssey giveaway, or the Destiny 2 giveaway, then click on the links in the description below to enter. Since our live stream event of the Apple announcements on Tuesday, I have had lots of comments, messages and Snapchat asking me which, if any, iPhone I am going to get. So as most of you know, my current phone is an iPhone 7 Plus in rose gold. However, there is no rose gold option for either the 8 or the 10, which I have to say was really quite disappointing. So when deciding which phone I would like, I tend to look at a few key features. First of all, the screen size. I couldn't possibly go for a smaller screen after experiencing owning the 6 Plus, the 6S Plus, and then the 7 Plus iPhones in recent years. So greater than 5.5 inches for me is an absolute must, which means the iPhone 8 is straight away off my list, and it is down to the 8 Plus or the 10. The iPhone 10 has a larger 5.8-inch screen, and yet the phone is actually smaller than the iPhone 8 Plus. This definitely gives extra points to the iPhone 10. I also can't wait to see what this new Super Retina OLED display looks like on the iPhone 10. I have an LG OLED TV and the 4K HDR content is amazing. The iPhone 10 isn't going to be 4K, it will be more like 2K, but it has the highest pixel density of any iPhone to date, which will be great for anyone using their iPhone inside a head-mounted display or HMD for VR or AR, etc. It is worth noting that the Note 8 has an even higher pixel density. The iPhone 10 has 1125 by 2436 pixels, which is approximately 458 ppi pixel density, and the Note 8 has 1440 by 2960 pixels, which is approximately 521 ppi pixel density. The next thing I always prioritize with a new phone decision is the cameras. The iPhone 10 rear camera is definitely an improvement on the iPhone 8 Plus. The 12 megapixel dual cam comes with larger and faster sensors, f1.8 and f2.4 apertures, and optical image stabilization on both lenses, which should particularly improve image quality of the telelens in low light. I use my iPhone to film when I'm out and about, and once you zoom in, past the 2 times on the iPhone 7 Plus, you switch over to the telephoto lens and everything gets very, very shaky. The iPhone 10 will sort this out. And the new portrait mode, lighting mode, is really, really interesting to me, as I tend to do like the same thing manually to my photos when I shoot with my Fuji XT2 in RAW, and then I later lighten up my face and the person in the image and that type of thing, especially if there is a really bright background and the sun isn't behind me. If the iPhone can do all of this for me without the post-processing later on my MacBook Pro, then I think that's actually amazing. I have already been impressed by portrait mode on the iPhone 7 Plus, and I'm really looking forward to testing out this feature out in beta on the iPhone 8 Plus or the iPhone 10. I also need to add Face ID to this list. Not because I think it's something that the iPhone needs or was missing, but because as a tech journalist, I want to have my own opinion on how it works in real-world tests. I use Apple Pay for like 95% of my offline purchases. Yes, most are done through my Apple Watch. However, ordering an Uber, takeaway, accessing my bank or credit card apps is all through Touch ID. And I have never thought, oh, wouldn't it be great if I can do all of this without using my finger, which is actually already holding the phone. My thoughts are that Face ID is more secure than Touch ID, which was fooled quite quickly in lab tests. Also, for men and women who maybe use moisturizer like I do, Touch ID doesn't work so well unless your hands are like super clean and dry. And I am still not completely convinced about Face ID, so I will really need an iPhone 10 in order to see what it's like, as it doesn't exist on the iPhone 8 Plus. So I suppose price is also probably a little bit important. And with the iPhone 10, this is the potential deal breaker. As an early adopter, I always go for the latest tech. However, the iPhone 10 makes the iPhone 8 obsolete 6 weeks after it launches. So it kind of seems like a waste to have an iPhone, which is only the latest iPhone, for 6 weeks. The iPhone 8 and 10 share the same processor with the new A11 Bionic chip. Both have wireless charging enabled with the glass back panel. Both come in 64 or 256 gigabytes. Both are IP67 waterproof. Both shoot 4K 60 frames per second and 1080p 240 frames per second. Neither has image stabilization on the front camera, which is really frustrating, and another point for Samsung in case anybody is counting. Both are Bluetooth 5.0. I don't know if anyone noticed how Apple said that the iPhone 10 battery is 2 hours better than the iPhone 7, but didn't mention the iPhone 7 Plus. That's because the iPhone 10 battery is actually slightly worse, and the iPhone 8 Plus has it beat in internet usage, 13 hours versus 12 hours, and video playback of 14 hours versus 13 hours. Anyway, back to pricing. The iPhone 8 is £699 for 64 gigabytes, £849 for 256 gigabytes. The iPhone 8 Plus is $799 for 64 gigabytes and £949 for 256 gigabytes. The iPhone 10 is £999 for 64 gigabytes and £1,149 for 256 gigabytes. So, £949 versus £1,149. That's an extra £200 to go for the iPhone 10 256 gigabytes over the iPhone 8 Plus 256 gigabytes. For me, £200 to not have an obsolete phone after 6 weeks is worth it, especially with the better cameras and screen. I am annoyed that Apple is charging the same in pounds as it is in dollars. Yes, I think it is really silly to alienate a market like the UK, and it means I will not be getting an Apple Watch Series 3 as it doesn't really offer me anything over the Series 2 apart from a faster processor and a silly little red dot on the digital crown. What is that about? I don't see why I would want a separate data plan for my watch. So cellular LTE on my watch just doesn't interest me. I am imagining making a review video of the new Apple Watch Series 3 with cellular, and it would look like this. Yes, it does everything it already did, but my phone is not nearby. It doesn't really sound that exciting for a video review, really, does it? Okay, Apple rant over. So, what did you think of my points? What do you think about the new iPhones, Apple Watches, etc.? Oh, and I did pre-order the new Apple TV 4K, as that is something I do use a lot, and I have a 4K HDR TV. I only went for 32 gigabytes though, as I have the Apple TV Gen 4 with 64 gigabytes, and I hardly ever use the storage space. Before you go, please do remember, giveaways are only for our subscribers, and the more that you share this video, the more tech that we will continue to give away. So hit that subscribe button and the bell icon below, and also leave me a comment letting me know if you're here for the giveaway. Also, feel free to add me on my Snapchat. It's live_digitails, or you can scan this QR code right here through the app. So please leave me a comment below and click on my big logo subscribe button, which is right over here. And also don't forget to click on that bell icon below to get notifications whenever I post new content and competitions. And if you enjoyed this video, then please give me a big thumbs up, and you can check out another one of my videos like this one below.